Hey y'all, Jay here from Old Barn Tannery. Today we're going to be shooting a little video for you guys showing you how we salt your guys' hides that you send us, and it's going to be a good video to teach you how to salt your hides from home. We use Champion's Choice Mix and Fine Salt. You can pick it up at your local farm store. Today we got this mule deer cape. We got it turned. We got all the meat and fat beamed off the hide, so this hide is going to take the salt really well. Get a scoop of salt here and go over it with you. Biggest thing when you're salting these capes is, you want to get 100% coverage. You want to make sure on your seams and your bottom edge here that you don't have any folds where the hide's laying on itself. That's going to cause that area of the hide to not get any salt, and it's going to stay wet. And then when you get up here, on the face, you want to make sure you pick your eyelids up and get a good amount of salt underneath them eyelids and dry out them oil glands that you expose when you turn it. And then you want to make sure you get that back of that ear really good and underneath the cartilage there. Like I said, just make sure you don't have any folds in your hide when you're salting them. You want to get all the way around these nostrils. Get these lips really good. Get one side salted and just pick it up, flip it over, and let any excess that you might have on there just fall onto your table. And when you're salting, you don't want to just dump the salt on there and think it's going to be good enough. You really got to rub this salt in and make sure it's sticking to the hide, or else you're not going to be able to dry this hide out. This is actually one of our first day salting. We do a second day salting, which we'll show you guys later in this video. Some people will tell you that if a hide's 80% dry, that it's okay. Here we prefer that the hide, if you guys are going to send it to us salted, it's 100% dry. Because if it's not, then we gotta take an extra step with it and make sure we get it 100% dry before we can work it up for you. So I've got this hide completely salt covered. It's all rubbed in really good. Now what we do from this point is we'll actually fold it in a little bit. Missed a spot there. And then we will roll it up and then stick it into our salt rack overnight and let this salt really start drying this hide out on this first day salting stage. Okay guys, we got this mule deer that was done and salted yesterday. I'm going to go over the second day salting process with you. Again, especially in this stage, since it started drying a little bit, any wrinkles, any folds that you got, stretch, pull it out. So when we go to salt this again, you can get a good amount of salt in there. And again, you don't have any issues with it getting wet and possibly slipping throughout the process. Got it all stretched out. You can go ahead and throw more salt on it. Again, I'm gonna make sure we rub it in really good and cover every inch of this hide. And when you're second daying your hides, try to get as much of the old salt off as you can before you add this new salt onto the hide. That way you're getting some newer, fresher salt to be able to draw out more of this moisture on the second go around here. And again, we're going to make sure we get every part of the back of this ear. Again, get your eyelids pulled up and rub some more salt underneath there. And again, that's to help us dry out them oil glands on them eyelids. Again, whenever you're salting, whether it's first day or second day, just make sure that you get all the folds pulled apart. Got this second day again. Now we're going to go hang it up. Once we second day these, we come and hang them on our racks. We just fold them in half. We'll let them sit here for a couple days, and then we'll actually move them into our drying trailers. If you don't have a separate space like we do for an extra drying spot, and you just have a rack or something at home, that's fine. It'll work just fine. Biggest thing is if you have them hanging or folded over like this every day, you want to rotate them and just come. That way you don't have a solid wet spot where the hide's been hanging. And if you got any bare spots, you can come back through and re-salt them. We actually check them every day in our drying trailer, make sure again we don't have any folds happening, make sure everything's drying fine. Basically doing everything we can to give you guys the best product that we can possibly give you. Okay guys, I just want to show you an example of the finished product that we strive for, and that to give you an idea of what your hides need to look like before you send them to us if you're salting these yourself at home. As you can tell, it's rock hard all the way through. We don't have any folds, we don't have any wet spots. This cape is 100% dry all the way through. On the face, doesn't matter how thick or thin, this cape is rock hard. It's going to help lock your hair. It's going to allow us to give you a better product. This is what you guys want if you're going to send us your hide salted. So again, this is key. A great tanning job starts with a great salting job. And if you guys do this at home and get it 100% dry like this is going to make our job a lot easier to give you the best product that we can possibly give you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you ever have any questions, feel free to call us. Again, I'm Jay from Old Barn. God bless.